Hi Majestic Fam Bam, thank you for tuning again and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Tamara. I'm a mommy tuber lifestyle vlogger based in China for the meantime. If you like my type of content, which is everything good, please kindly join the family by subscribing and turning on your post notifications so that every time I post a video you get notified. So today's video is quite long overdue. I've been wanting to shoot this video for the longest, but I kept postponing, saying I'll shoot it. But the Holy Spirit said, no, today we must shoot this video. So if it's something that you'd like to listen to, if you are in love of story times, then this video is definitely for you. Without wasting much of your time, let's get straight right into the video.
Satisfying you when I keep bleeding. I don't know why you act like you innocent. You wanna take a piece of my heart again.
So, as most of you know, I came to China in 2016 as a student, and that means I was supposed to graduate in 2020. But in 2019, something happened and I could not continue with school. My dad usually used to send my school fees directly to the school account. That's just because your girl sometimes can squander the money. I would spin it and do some deals, and I'll be like, when it comes back, I'll pay my school fees. So he was like, to save myself from that stress, let me just transfer it directly to the school account. And that time, the Zimbabwean banks were having issues and delays. So it took forever, and my visa was right about to expire. And you know, Chinese people, they do not understand. You cannot go and talk to them and be like, oh, I'll pay you. If you don't have the money, then go back to your country. That is how my school was like. I don't know with other schools, but most schools, most people that I've talked about with these things, they say the same thing. If you don't have the money, Chinese people will send you packing. You cannot discuss with them at all. So I tried to show them the proof that, look, the money is coming, it's just taking time, but they didn't want. Later on, my dad as well tried to talk to our vice dean or dean, I don't remember, Mr. Shao. I remember his name very, very well. And he was like, if you want me to extend your daughter's video, I need Mugabe. Mugabe was our former president, may so rest in peace, to call me first, then I can. He asked for the impossible, guys, honestly. Then I was just like, you know what, I don't know. Then he was like, okay, I'm going to extend your visa for you. We went to the immigration. We actually signed papers, everything. Like, they were like, okay, we've extended. I was given 6 months, I think. Yeah, I was given the immigration papers 6 months. Then all of a sudden, in the middle, the following day, no, I think after some few days, because it was two of us, me and another girl called Kruzi from Zimbabwe as well. We were in the same situation, I think. Then they called us again. They were like, sorry, we can't extend your visa anymore. They now gave us 1 week. Guys, the collection date of the day, because when you extend your visa, you leave your passport at the immigration. The day that I was collecting my passport was actually the day that my visa was expiring. I had nothing that I could do, absolutely nothing. So I started trying now to talk to people, and here was the way forward. I told my dad the situation, and he was like, what other options do you have? So most people were telling me, you can go to Thailand, you can go to the Philippines. I tried to do that, but I got scammed along the way. I paid my money for the JW202 and everything, and they scammed me my money. So I was literally broke. I was now broke because everything I was trying, I was getting scammed, and you know, I ended up overstaying. I didn't have a visa anymore, and I had to leave my city that I was in. So I had a friend, I'm gonna call her Pinky. So Pinky and I had met in another city at work, and we actually clicked and started being friends. So Pinky stayed in another city while I stayed in another city. So she was like, you know what? Since you have overstayed in your city, come to my city, then we'll find a plan. I was like, okay, cool, no problem. I packed up my things and went to Pinky's city. We started staying together, but I wasn't working. I didn't have any source of income coming in, nothing. And she was taking good care of me. She would give me her clothes, feed me. She was literally doing everything for me, and I really do appreciate everything that she was doing. And I totally understand at her part that it actually now became a burden, because I really didn't know what I wanted to do that time with my life. I was still in between. I wanted to go back home, but she kept telling me, no, don't go back home, you find a job, you understand. I was like, okay. So the thing is that Pinky used to like going out and everything. Like, she loved going out. I also did love going out to the club and partying and stuff like that. But because I was in a mess, I wasn't in the right state of mind to be hoping, dancing. What am I celebrating? I don't have a visa. I felt like I had failed. I didn't graduate. So what am I supposed to be celebrating? So because of that, we didn't have a misunderstanding. But on one particular day, she went to the club and she was like, do you want to come and join me? I was like, no, I don't want to join you. Rather, I went to one of our mutual friends that she had introduced me to, and I went to chill there. While I was there, she now sent me a text message, and she was like, you know what, I feel like you're so moody. I feel like you're having moods, and I'm now feeling so uncomfortable in my own house. I cannot continue staying with you. Come and take your bags and, find what you can do. And I was like, okay, this is a new city. I do not know anyone. I do not know what I'm gonna do. My life just came crumbling down right in front of me. So let me take you guys back first. So while I was in Pinky City, I actually used to come to Pinky City before, because it was close to Pinky City was the main city, right? Then there was a small city under Pinky City that we all used to work. So I used to come here and there. I used to work there and be going back to my city, work and be going back. So I was in a group chat. Guys, you have to forgive me, there are fireworks and I have to shoot this video, come rain come thunder. So I was in a group chat, and they were organizing a mountain hike or something like that. There was something that was going on. So in that group chat, I met a stranger. Let me call this person a guardian angel. I met a guardian angel that aided me, and he was like, oh, I saw you at the outing in the group chat. I saw you in the group chat for the outing, and I thought I should just, say hi to you. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And we started talking, and he was like, I would like to meet you. So that time, Pinky's brother-in-law was sick and was at the hospital, so we would be going to see him every day. So I now told this guardian angel that you can come to the hospital and you can see me. He came, we bought some booze, and we started talking, and the vibes were vibing, okay? So he literally became a friend of mine. We became friends with that guardian angel. So let's go back again to where I left. So after she told me to come and take my bags, then I had to call guardian angel, and I was like, oh, I'm coming, because I actually used to go to guardian angel's place once in a while, like a weekend, because he used to work from Monday to Friday. So sometimes he'd be like, yo, come on, let's chill, those kind of vibes. So I now called guardian angel, and I was like, I'm coming to your house, it's the weekend, we're gonna drink and whatnot. And he was like, oh, okay. Then he did it. Of course, whenever I used to come, I never went with bags. Like, what am I going with bags for? I wasn't staying there. So this time I came with my bags, and he asked me, like, what is going on? And I just showed him, like, the message from Pinky, and he was like, it's okay, you can stay here and wait until you figure out yourself. Guys, I literally did not know this person. Even his surname, I started knowing it as we were staying together, okay? And I must say, the reason why I say this person is a guardian angel is because he did more than I expected. There are people that do things for you and want things in return, but with his case it was different. He didn't want anything in return. He was just helping me out. He was older than me, probably 6 years, no, 10 years older than me. I think, yeah, no, 8 years older than me. So he literally saw me as his little sister. Of course, we'd quarrel, guys. Sometimes he had a girlfriend. Okay, he had a fling he was having with, and that girl used to mock me like all the time. She used to mock me. Sometimes she'd call and you'd put his phone on speaker and you'd be like, "Oh, how's your housemate? Is she still homeless?" And in my mind, I'll just be like, "You know what? Tell me you're gonna get your things in order." Whatever that's being said, it doesn't matter. Plus, this was a city that I literally didn't know anyone. So whatever people were saying, I really didn't care because I didn't know anyone, and I would never know what people are saying because I didn't know anyone. So we stayed for a while, guys. We stayed, I think, for almost 2 months. We stayed together for 2 months, and I was still searching for a job. I was searching for a job because I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna go home now. Let me try and work. Then Guardian Angel he was preparing to leave China. He was going to another country, so he started his processes, and he told me that, you know what, I'm gonna leave. He had told me that he's gonna leave, and I was like, okay. I got sick. There's a time I got very, 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 very sick, and he spent almost 6,000 RMB for my sickness, guys. a stranger helping you out of nowhere. He paid everything. He didn't leave me inside. That if there are other people, they'll just leave you inside the hospital, be like, I don't know her, she's not my responsibility. But he was with me throughout. He paid the hospital bills. He would come to visit me every day after work. After I was discharged from the hospital, he was there for me. He was literally now the only family member that I said I had in China. Like, I would tell him almost every single thing that is going on because he was the only person I had. Mind you, all my friends left me. Like, I no more had anyone to talk to. I was literally alone. So he was the only person that I could talk to, apart from people home. But people back home, I really couldn't tell them, like, this is really what's going on, because they'll probably freak out. So the dreadful day that we had been thinking wasn't going to come finally came. He had to leave China. I remember it was on the 29th of September 2019, and his flight was in the evening. So he was like, I had already packed my bags as well, and I had sent my stuff. I don't remember where I had sent my stuff to, but I think I sent them to a warehouse, and I just had my small luggage bag that I was saying is gonna be the hand luggage, because I was like, you know what, now I'm just gonna go home. So when all this while, when he was asking me, where are you gonna go after I leave, I'll be like, no, don't worry, I'm going home, because I also didn't want him to get worried as well that he's gonna leave me, and what am I gonna do? I'm jobless, I'm homeless, I'm visaless. So I escorted him to the airport with my bags, of course, and he was like, thank you for the bond and everything. We really saw each other as family. It got to a point that we were best of friends, okay? Best of friends, guys. You do not understand. When I say best of, like, this person is my brother. This person is my brother. He's the only one I have, and he would also do the same, because I would know everything. Like, we eat together. If we don't have food in the house, we are starving together. So, then he was like, we actually did cry. Like, hopefully we'll meet. And he always I love writing books. He always used to tell me, I know someday I'm gonna read down, and I'm gonna see Nyaradzo Tamara as an author, just like our own Chimamanda. You're going to be successful. He told me good things. He gave me sound advice. He told me to never stop dreaming, that things are gonna get better. Then after he had already boarded, when he was in the bus, he now asked me, where are you going? And I said, I'm not going anywhere. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be homeless. He was like, what do you mean? Then I explained to him that I don't know yet what I'm going to do because I don't have anywhere to stay now. Then he was like, because he was staying in a company house, they had not yet come to collect the keys. So he was like, you can stay there for the meantime while you figure something out. Then I was like, okay. So I used to stay in that house, but when I would hear sounds, I would wake up, and I was not so comfortable because I knew like anytime the owners of the house are gonna come and repossess their house. So I ended up talking to this other lady called Tekla. We were in a church group, and I explained to her my situation, and she was like, let me ask in the church group if there are other people in that city that can help you. And yeah, I got someone in that same city, another guardian angel. She took me in, and I stayed in a house for a week, and I found a job. Okay, my plan was, oh God, I totally forgot. So after guardian angel left, I started going to the police station every single day, guys, asking them, can you arrest me? They would tell me go to the airport. I would go to the airport, go from branch to branch, immigration to immigration, show them that I've overstayed, because my overstay wasn't that long. It was just probably 3 months. Show them that I've overstayed. I want to go back home. They would say, my friend, go and look for a job and work. So after I now moved in with the second guardian angel, she brought over a friend to her house, and the friend was like, you know what, start working, look for a job and start working. Then I started looking for a job, and thank God I found a job. After I found a job, then I went to the job to another city. I restarted my life again. I started afresh. I was on my own, seeking God, no friends, nothing, on my own. I started rebuilding myself again. I started working, things started flowing, and by the grace of God, they opened clearing overstay in Guangzhou, and I came over. I cleared my overstay and enrolled back in school, continued from where I left, and I graduated. Finally, I graduated. That is why in my last video, I said our steps are ordered. If someone told me I was going to come out from that situation, I would not think so. There's a point, because at the guardian angel's house, he used to stay in 13th floor. There's a point where I would think that if I die and I jump from this floor, how are people going to find me? Or is my body going to be too paralyzed that my parents will not see? I actually did have thoughts of committing suicide, because the only person that I had gone, and now I was alone with absolutely no one. But my dad sent me money. The time my dad sent me money to come back home, I tried everything possible to get a ticket to go home. It failed. I showed him everything. Then when I got a job, I sent him back that money, and I started afresh. My dad was there for me. If there's one person who has always been there for me, it's my dad. And most people that know me know that me and my dad have a very strong bond. It's not because he provides financially, or he has been providing financially for me since I was a kid or everything, but it's because I can tell my dad when he's hurting me. I can tell my dad when I'm hurting. I can tell him things that he can give me advice. And there are some African parents where you cannot tell them anything. They will shout, beat you. But I'm just glad I have that strong relationship with my dad. I would send him pictures sometimes crying, homeless, when I was mini homeless, showing him that today I had to sleep on the staircase because I felt like the owners of the house are coming, or something like that. It was a lot, guys, but all in all, I just want you guys to know, when whatever situation you are in, whatever you're going through, tough times don't last forever. Okay, now I can comfortably talk about this story, even though now I'm so emotional. But looking back, I can see that my steps were ordered. God made me pass through certain things, so I can now understand more about life. So I can now know that there's more to life than just partying. There's more to life than having a bunch of useless people around you. Okay, I learned so much from from this whole story and everything, and I learned that a stranger can come and be your guardian angel at any point. So I know this video is long. I hope you have learned something, and I hope you've enjoyed the story time. Thank you so much for watching this video up to this end. Please don't forget to like, comment, and share. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.